Now, I'm all for helping people, and I understand sometimes you got to meet people where they're at. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give her another chance. So I had to talk her through this situation, though, and tell her all the reasons why this looked bad and why she needed to do things differently. Because this is the thing. You could have grown people with kids and they don't know how to parent because all they know is the bad experiences they went through, and that's all they know about parenting. So I told her how it was problematic for me, right? The other caveat, she was very, very argumentative and confrontational, but she was super sweet at the same time. It's like she would be perfectly fine, super sweet. Then all of a sudden she go right into confrontation mode. Like she was ready to fight anybody, any place about anything. So one night we hanging out at her house and I'm like, I'm gonna head back home. I got a meeting tomorrow morning and I gotta get some sleep because I still need to get up and write like the rest of the report for this meeting. She's like, okay, babe, I'll call you, in the morning before or after your meeting, and I'll come and bring you lunch or whatever like that. I'm like, bet. Now what happens next is just interesting, right? I told her I had a meeting. I told her, it was the next day. So of course, when I go in my meeting, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and I go to the meeting. I came out the meeting. I had 67 voicemails from this woman. 67. So I'm like, what is happening? So like I'm going and I'm listening to the voicemail messages, each one of them, like they like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. Like these is like full long messages. Where are you at? What are you doing? What's going on? And the messages just start escalating and escalating. Like it went from where you at or what you doing to, oh, you with somebody else. This is crazy. This is why I don't deal with dudes like you. Da 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 da. To you're a manipulator. You're trying to take advantage of me. And da 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 da. I can't believe you would treat me like this and did it. What I'm saying, these were like long messages, like to the point where the thing cuts off on you. So I got 67 messages from this girl. So I call her as soon as I come out, I'm like, hey, what's going on? And she crying, bawling. She's like, I don't understand. What did I do wrong? And this and the third. I'm like, I told you I had a meeting this morning, right? And she's like, she gets quiet. Why would you call me that many times and leave all them voicemails? Like, what is going on? She goes into this whole thing of, her past relationships and how dudes just abandoned her and da-da-da-da-da and all this stuff. And I'm like, you basically giving me a reason to leave, like, this situation, right now by all of this, what you doing, your behavior right now. And she's like crying, bawling, like, I won't do it again. I'll do better. I won't do it again, Tom. Don't leave me. So I'm like, look, I need some time to think about this one because this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? We get off the phone. I get home from the meeting. So I was driving from another city. So I get home from the meeting. There's a basket in front of my door with like all of my favorite snacks, all of, food, this and the third, this huge apology or whatnot. So I grab the stuff, take it in the house or whatever. I didn't call her. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let this cool off. I'm not going to call her. I'm going to give her till tomorrow just to let this whole thing situate. I end up going to bed, watched the game or whatever, went to bed. It's like 2:30 in the morning. You ever been laying in the bed and you just feel like somebody is in the wrong with you? And I'm like, I just felt, how you get that sleep paralysis or whatever, like, you need to move and look, but you don't and you can't. And so I'm laying in the bed and I'm thinking I'm dreaming. The girl is standing right over me, like literally standing and just staring at me. And I'm like, how the fuck you get in here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you even get in here? And she's just like, did you get my gift? Like with this look on her face. And I'm like, yeah, how did you get in here? At this point, I'm like, yo, this ain't gonna work. You need to leave. This is crazy. She like starts arguing with me or stuff like that. I literally had to pick her up and carry her outside the house, lock my metal door. Like she refused to leave. After she left, I didn't hear from her. Like I was expecting all this crazy stuff afterwards, everything. I didn't hear from her. Like again, like period. For the next couple months, I was like, my head was on a swivel everywhere I went. I thought she was just going to appear. Didn't hear from her again. I didn't hear from her for almost like 2 years. Crazy situation ever to this day. But look, that's just another crazy example of my dating life. I'll see you in the next one.